Welcome back to Coffee with Caroline. It's the first one I've done at night. It's 10 o'clock at night for me. I've just had a massage. I'm feeling very relaxed. The dogs are asleep. The kids are out. And, well, first of all, I'd like to say, I always promised myself on my social media I was never going to do politics or religion, or I don't get involved in any of it. I think opinions are like assholes. We all have one, and each to their own. But I just want to say, watching the California wildfires right now, and obviously I have a lot of friends there, and I know it hits kind of differently, and it's a natural disaster, and I'm still kind of like, it made me look at life very, very, what it has done is shown you there's no difference between any of us there by the grace of God, any of us, because when it's a natural disaster, obviously it's something so much more powerful than us. You have hurricanes, water, we had the floods, from one day to the next, you simply don't know, and there is no way to prepare yourself for something like that. I would like to say, how the fuck in the richest state in America does somebody privatize all the water? How are the fire hydrants empty? These kind of things, which is like basic needs for anyone. Anyone, anywhere. You expect the fire hydrants to be full. So I haven't got my head around that yet. And I understand that, obviously this is day 7 or 8 now, and they still haven't fully uncovered everything that's happened. But I do feel that there's going to be a lot of very, very angry people at the end of this with a lot to answer for, because those kind of things are unforgivable. Like, a natural disaster is a natural disaster, but to not be able or not to be prepared for in a place that is known for fires is criminal. Absolutely criminal, and I can't get my head around any of it. So I'm very much looking forward to hearing everybody's excuses for empty fire hydrants and no firefighters, and cutting an 18 million budget on that state that has the highest taxes in America. But anyway, I'm sure that's all going to come out. But putting it back to where we are right now, the one thing I did do is call my insurance company, check how much I'm insured for and what I'm insured for, and let it be a lesson. Also not a lesson, because obviously for these people as well, because it is such an area of high risk, a lot of people couldn't get insurance, but to remind ourselves that this could happen at any point to anyone, anywhere, literally. The world is changing in such a rate that, we didn't used to get rain. Now we have so much rain that they need to redrain the whole country. But our country is moving so fast to rectify all this, and at the end we were extremely lucky. Some people weren't so lucky, but to check all of these things and to prepare yourself. Also, just for the things that, what can you get out, right? I don't think I even know where my birth certificate is. I actually don't know where my birth certificate is, or my kid's birth certificate, have it come to think of it. I don't know if my ex-husband has it, or I have to ask downstairs. But I'm not prepared at all. What would I take? What are the first things? If this happened, what would I take? The only thing I did do, by the way, is I thought about this house, because I live in a very up and down home. And if a fire broke out, God forbid, in the first floor, how would we all get out? So I have thought about that. I went and ordered fire extinguishers on each floor, showed my kids where they were. I bought rope ladders for every single floor of my house, so that my children can throw them off their balcony, and if they can't get to me, I can throw off my balcony and we can all get down. I thought about that. I thought about how I'm going to get my dogs off the roof, like with a basket or something. Then, just little things like that we can do to ensure our safety, because obviously in Dubai we build at such a rate, and everything man-made as well can have a flaw, or you can have electrical problems, you can have any amount of things. It's too much to think about, actually. But thinking about what's going on over there as well has just been crazy, because I can't imagine, you're absolutely right. I have so many friends, most of their wealth is their home. Everything we've built and worked for is in our home. Literally everything. I mean, some of us are lucky, or some people are lucky to have, few homes or holiday home or whatever it is. But even a holiday home, your things aren't in it. Like your valuable things, you don't leave everything there. I think if everything goes up in smoke in one day without having a chance to retrieve any of it, what would you do? It's a terrible, terrible, terrible situation for anyone to be in. And it's just, made me appreciate everything. My heart goes out to everyone. And, I have so many friends. One of my best friends has started a donation drive out of their house in LA. I'm speaking to them all daily. And everyone, watching everybody has been amazing. And one of the most powerful things I think somebody said was, watching community pull together. The trouble is there is no community anymore, which is like insane. Because normally when a natural disaster happens, the community rallies to help each other, but the community's gone, completely wiped out. And then there's all this up and down opinions about people who've hired private firefighters to help save their home, billionaires in LA. And I thought about that too, but since the state didn't help me and I paid all my taxes, why wouldn't I, if I had the resources to try and save my 20, 30, $100 million home or your business or your mall, why wouldn't I hire my own fire team if no one's coming? Like, I don't understand. People are up in arms, but at the same time, I know that everybody's suffering, absolutely, but I understand both sides. It's really difficult. Would I try and save my business and my home if I could? Probably. Would I like to help everybody else? 100%. But where has everyone else been? Where's the state been? Why are we relying on all these foreigners to come in and save one of the most powerful people in the world? I just need a minute to wrap my head around all of that. But the great thing is humanity does really show the good in people and things like this. And I think watching, people like Heidi and so I remember watching them when I had my first show and, just thinking, I don't know, when did I enjoy watching them? I probably did, actually, if I'm thinking about it, when it was so many years ago now. And watching them lose everything and win now, I'm so happy for them. I really hope that they get what they deserve and that their little family is put back because, I do, I think that people look at people and think that it happens so easily. We hustle every fucking day for everything we have. And I think it's so important, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate their hustle, and to come together at times like this and think about how we can help other people. I really enjoy the charity work I've done over the years. It's always made me feel better and within. I don't really talk about it much because I believe that charity is something that you should do for other people, not for praise or to get gratitude or get something back. I think Bethany Frankel has been fucking amazing. That woman is on fire, and no matter what you think about her, I think she does come out in times of need, and boy does she get it done, and it's not easy. And I think that all of these things with the climate change and everything else, it's a good time to reflect on what is important in life, what values are important to you, and what matters the most to you. And, look around you, prepare yourself, understand that no one is above nature or, something bigger than all of us, and to think about your next steps or the steps that you would take in any kind of disaster like that. It does seem sort of unthinkable, but I am going to make changes this year to prepare myself for different scenarios that could ever happen. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coffee with Caroline. I hope it wasn't too depressing, but it was just I needed to get that off my chest.